You here. Hi. So as a reminder, I'm the one with the face pain.
Mhm.
And it came back. It's been about 5 weeks now.
Oh, you're
It's gone
kidding,
for like,
really?
yeah, it was
Okay.
gone for 5 months. And it came back and I've
Okay.
looked at everything. I don't know if you have a thought. I've looked at stress. I've had a few stressful things, but and of course this causes me stress.
Oh, of
And
course.
I've I'm trying to use a pendulum. I've been asking it questions and I just can't figure it out. I mean, obviously it was gone, so something happened.
How's your breathing?
Oh, I forget to breathe, but when I feel stressed, I take deep breaths. I try to have like 4 or 5 breaths a minute, so I'm not over breathing.
Do you feel like a shallow breath, or like if say you bend over and do some things or go up some stairs, do you get a little bit winded kind of?
No, I don't get winded at all.
Okay.
But I've been reminded, like I kind of forget to breathe, like consciously.
Okay.
But I don't get dizzy or lightheaded or anything.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, are you having allergies or anything like that right now?
I mean, we're doing some renovations at the house, but we're doing it all with like we had carpet removed, but we did it from a company that remediates carpet.
Right.
And put in some wood floors that are from a really green place.
Nice. I bet that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I try to be positive about it, not to look
Yeah,
like.
I don't think there's a psychological component to it. Like if it is, it's just like body stress and stuff. But like I really think there's just some physiological thing that pops up for you from time to time. Probably the thing that I would have you do is just because it is trigeminal neuralgia, which is a nerve pain. Let's have you. Do you have that blend bronchioles?
I'm ready to order some oils, so if I don't, I'll order it. Because
yeah, so let's have you use bronchioles, but like even tonight, if you don't have bronchioles, use something like larch or hyssop, or
I for sure have hyssop. I can't remember if I ordered larch or not. I might have.
Take some long, slow, deep breaths with that, and let's just have you start doing the thing where you unwind the actual bronchioles. Anytime you start to have sharp pain, that actually causes the bronchioles to go into spasm, and then when the bronchioles are in spasm, it does cause an increase in the pain. And so it's like it can be this like back and forth. And I suspect that there's some issue with like the breath or breathing or something that actually might be what I don't think it's the only thing, but I think it's one of the triggers for the neuralgia. And so
I'm not ever congested. I mean, I feel
no. I think it's more about like either the depth of the breath. It's probably more the bronchioles themselves than anything, and they can just go into spasm. You guys are doing a bunch of stuff on the house, and there might be dust or something that
I've got about 4 air purifiers going, 2 of them really nice ones. Just because I'm worried about that.
Yeah. But just because the trigeminal neuralgia is there, let's have you just unwind that. And you remember the breath with the pursed lip breathing, where you inhale and then make the lips really tight and then really force the air out of your mouth.
I remember vaguely, but I remember being attracted, thinking it would serve me, and then of course all these things I do go out of my mind.
Let's just revisit. So like, you'll inhale the bronchiole several times, just long, slow, deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. And then at some point, like stop and then take a long, slow, deep breath, hold your breath, and then make your lips really tight. And then like your lips are so tight where air can just barely escape, and you're really having to, like, you're having to blow out a balloon, or you're having to blow air out. And what that does is that it manually opens up the bronchioles. And this is a thing for not just for pain management, but this is actually even part of a thing for like spiritual practice. Like you look in the Tibetan tradition and the Buddhist tradition, you know, they blow the conch sometimes. And in the Jewish tradition, they have that like kind of curly horn that they'll blow. And part of that is, you know, it's tied to the sound that it makes, but a big piece of it is having to blow into that horn, and you're having to make your lips kind of tight to be able to blow and make the sound, that it's manually opening up the bronchiole, so that when you're sitting and doing your meditation or reflection, you're actually opening up the breath. And you know, that is tied to, you know, deeper states of consciousness, and it's also tied to being able to access the unconscious to a much higher degree. And so any time there's like sharp stabbing pain, I always kind of want to go there with that. A lot of times it'll take something that's maybe a 7 or an 8 down to a 3 or a 4, sometimes even a 2. And so, you know, it's not specifically for pain management, but because the bronchioles open up and the breath kind of regulates, it takes down the amount of nerve pain that there is. And anytime the breath is off, it throws off how the nervous system works. Like you constantly have impulses going away from the spine and to the spine, away from the spine and to the spine. And when the breath gets thrown off a little bit, that rhythm of like coming in and going, it gets thrown off a bit, and it starts to wreak a little bit of havoc on the nervous system. And I think there's just something in that. Like it might not be something ever where you can pinpoint this is exactly what it is. It's just like sometimes you just kind of go and keep regulating certain functions, and then the symptom will disappear. And so it might not be something that you exactly like figure out, but if you just kind of keep on it, that could help. I always like to, you know, especially with head and facial pain, I always like to do some work on the temples as well. I mean, the jaw can be helpful, but the temples. And so I even started doing this thing, I don't know, about 2 weeks ago, I think, where I've been putting about 5 or 6 drops of marjoram in a little bit of water, and then, you know, kind of stir it up, and then kind of use it to swish around in my mouth and gargle and everything. And it just takes some of the tension out of the mouth and helps to relax some of the muscles in the jaw and everything. I mean, I'd even kind of look at maybe doing something like that as well. I
Will
mean,
you swallow it after you gargle and everything? Swallow it?
You could. I haven't been, but I mean, I do take marjoram internally from time to time. But I was just trying to get it all over the mouth and the muscles in the mouth and everything, and just take some tension out of the head. Yeah, I mean, I definitely would try that. Like,
I'll order the bronchioles like tonight, and then should I do hyssop in the meantime with a pursed lips?
Yeah, do hyssop. Yeah.
Because I have a lot of oils. If there's a better one, I probably might have it.
Hyssop or larch would be my first 2 go-tos.
And then I'll definitely gargle with the marjoram.
Yeah.
I was thinking of fasting, maybe a water fast, just something. I don't know.
I mean, could help. It's hard to say. Even a little bit of the galbanum internally, you know, or
well, actually, that's why I was going to order oils, because I ran out of that. I was doing that pretty much daily.
That could be quite helpful. Like it helps just take the edge off the pain. And the thing is like the pain causes the body to have a response of like tension. You know, it's completely the body is just trying to manage the pain, so it tries to tighten up and splint that area. And so the galbanum really helps to unwind just that response. And so it can be quite helpful.
Is 2 drops enough, or can I? I'm ready to take the whole bottle, I'll tell you.
2 or 3 drops. I mean, there's been times where if I've been in a lot of pain, I take 4 or 5. Yeah. Yeah, we'll definitely take the edge off.